Alright, cuzzo. Alright, my nigga, I get with y'all. I gotta finish my little studio time, man. I should have recorded this shit. I should have recorded so I can blackmail your ass. Hey man, you hear me? I should have recorded so I can blackmail your ass. Cause they say you the top 10 ugliest on the east side. Man, I gotta go, man. I'll talk to y'all later, man. I ain't messing with you, man. I said, cause you the top 10, you the top 10 of the ugliest on the east side. Top 10. Top 10 of the ugliest. I think you got spook beat by 2 points. Yeah. That's what that girl said when he was giving her that money. Oh, you so handsome. Thanks for the $100. You 54, man. You got all that. I ain't never seen you without that hat. You must got a bald head. Yeah, me too. Every day I'm hustling. All right, little hustler. I'm finna take this thing. I'm gonna call you back, so I can laugh. I'm gonna start calling you Melvin with the hat, nigga, cause you don't never take that goddamn hat off. Man, I'm out of here. Give me that phone. Where that phone at? Man, I got time to mess with you. I'll talk to you later, man. Love y'all, man. All right, bro. I'll call you later. I'm gonna do a little taping right quick. All right. Which one we gonna start on, man? Let me see. I wanna do one on
It's live, so you just streaming live.
Hang that up for me. I'm trying to. Oh, we live? When we gonna start right now? You gonna be moving that around though? I mean, you gonna do different things? Or you can't do it while you're mine?
What you want on?
I wanna do the hanging that phone up. It ain't hung up. I wanna do
We can pull it up though.
yeah, I wanna do Flav. I wanna do mine, the movie.
Oh, that's all on there.
Oh yeah, so you can change it up as well. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. It's hung up? Okay, hey, you got it on Do Not Disturb, right? That last one over there. Yeah. Don't take it off there, cause I'll be forgetting that mother on there. We're gonna go live right now.
It's live now.
Okay. Yeah. What's up, man? It's Rich Rolling Ragtop Rolls Royce Ron. I'm in the studio, man. You see, we got the Best Buy right there. I'm an influencer for Best Buy, and I'm just checking out my new equipment. We got Cap Cut 2 is one of our
comments. Asking questions.
Okay.
Keep going though.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm just saying.
All right, I know my brother-in-law. God dog it. I gotta take this phone thing out. That's what. Put this in the charger. Put that in the I know my brother-in-law's probably watching. He always call me, hey Ron, you ain't doing this and you ain't doing that. Mario, what's up, man? Let me see my glasses so I can see who commenting on. Oh, it's on the phone though. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's going on, man? Okay, Mr. Gambino. Bronx, that's what I'm talking about, Bronx, man. I really don't know the difference between all of them, but I'm shooting shout out to all the dudes from the Bronx. I know Boy George, Khan, I know all the guys that I was in Leavenworth with. Man, you know what? I learned a lot from those guys from the Bronx, from New York, period. You know what I'm saying? I met some guys from Buffalo. I met just a lot of good dudes, man. That was I met another guy, man. His name was he was a Puerto Rican guy. His name was Savage. I think he was into the adult film business. I met him, man. He was a real buff guy and things like that. And I really learned a lot from those guys from New York. You know what I'm saying? They carry themselves in a swagger. I met LL Cool J one time in Vegas, and he had that swag, man. But I know a lot of guys. I don't know if New York really like LL Cool J, but I don't really talk about. But I met a lot of New York guys, man, and I liked that they work out. You know what I'm saying? I liked that they discipline, and I always had love for the guys from New York. New Jersey, really, the boroughs, you know what I'm saying? And I met a guy named Batman that was out of Jersey. Batman, his other old crazy guy that was another guy I met from Jersey. I can't remember his name. He was a wild man. That man he was so crazy, right? He told the judge he don't like people that wear gowns, and the judge thing. He cussed him out. I forgot his name. I remember his name and I'll kick up his name. But today, man, I wanted to show everybody in America how an indictment look. You see this right here? This is what you call an indictment. It's really sealed until they get you. So sometimes this thing might be sealed for 4 or 5 months or 4 or 5 years, and they have a certain length of time to come get you. And what's so funny about this document is they have another one called a superseding indictment. Just sometimes you not on this first one, and they want to get some more guys on the case, they do a superseding indictment. But this indictment right here is from like June 30th, 92. This is my indictment, for real. And this was the grand jury bring charges up against you. And it talks about, the different, the grand unknown to the grand jury and continue until at least November 7th, 91. This is when they bring these charges against you. And I see a lot of people, man, when they see this document, they plead guilty. They don't even let them get the indictment. It's called information. They just plead guilty on the information. And I seen dudes, man, that got set up and they just went on and plead to the information so they won't have to go through this. But this is my 9-count indictment. I got found guilty on every last count. So you mean to tell me that then one jury member ruled in my favor and say, nah, he didn't do it. It was 12 of those jokers. So don't ever you think that I had seen Gucci Man and he was talking about, guys in the feds and how the federal government have an 85% conviction rate. Yeah, they do. But at the end of the day, man, you never see nobody with their grand jury minutes or grand jury things, because the government is the only one in there talking about you. That's how you get found guilty, because if I take a bunch of people inside of the grand jury and I rig it up and I talk about you a certain way, that's why you never see the police get indicted, because the grand jury, the prosecutors in there talking about how this officer didn't do this and do this and do that. But on the flip side, when they go in there and indict you, he talking about, well, if only if we can get an indictment on this guy. He's a known drug dealer. He's destroying America, and he's a crack dealer, and he's destroying the community. He's a gun toter. He got the cartel members. He's a part of the cartel, and all of this stuff is they saying is just hearsay, and it's just to get you indicted. But when they don't want to indict the police, they take the police into the grand jury and they say, well, just tell them more about yourself, officer. I was an officer for 25 years, and I've been a lot of different cases, and I have I've been on the force, and I've been training in this school and that school, and the guy came at me with a knife, and I was protecting myself, and this is what happened, and that's why the police don't get indicted. But that grand jury and that the way the prosecutor, he's the only one actually in there talking about you. Do you know that Bill Clinton actually took a lawyer inside the grand jury room so he wouldn't get indicted? And then Bill Clinton is so, I see now how this election is going, because this Tamala Harris, you gotta understand, sister, you is just the end of this destruction that the Democrat Party did to the blacks in America. We had 8 years of Bill Clinton. What did he do? The prison system went from 100,000 to 200,000 under Bill Clinton. So when people that have been following Democrat told you guys last time, okay, Joe Biden, we're going to vote you in this time. And if you don't help or do what you're going to do for getting all these black votes, this is it. We're not playing with you no more. You got up in there, man, and you didn't even do anything. Now we got to go all the way back to Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton come out playing that horn, putting people to sleep, and indicted all of our kids. Now, all of the hustlers from 1987 to now got indicted. Now, Bill Clinton, you was in there acting black, but you hated blacks. Do you know the philosophy of the Democrat agenda is? Listen to this real good. The person who founded the Democrat Party, the Democrat ideology, is based on backsliding. Look at all the presidents and all the people that was Democrats. They all tell you all these things. Yeah, man, Bill Clinton say, yeah, we're gonna do this and do this and do this. And when he get in there, the first thing he do is go after the blacks. Okay, let's just say, for instance, I'm just talking. Do you know that when Robert Kennedy and the Kennedy brothers got inside of the presidency, they went after the Irish, the Italians, because they was Irish. They went after the Italians. See? And then when Bill Clinton get in there talking about he black, he went after the blacks. If you pay attention to history, everybody that gets in there and they say that they are for these people, they go directly at them. When the Kennedys got in there, they told the Kennedys' dad that he was a big guy in Hollywood. He said, listen, man, if y'all help me, if he told the unions, Jimmy Hoffa, if y'all help my sons and them get into the presidency, I'm going to look out for the mafia. Because J. Edgar Hoover said the mafia didn't exist. Because he knew that the mafia was so big in New York that he couldn't do nothing to him. So when the Kennedys' daddy and them helped the Kennedys get in, they went after the same people that got him, and they went after the Italians because they was Irish. It's a big thing been going on from the Irish and Italians for many years. All you gotta do is read the books. I said the president just read 100 books a year. All you gotta do is go look in them libraries, and it tells you the Irish don't like the Irish don't like the Italians. I'm not even gonna talk about the other people because I don't want to see my stuff shut down. Y'all know what I'm talking about, but I ain't gonna say nothing about them. But at the end of the day, everywhere we done went with the Democrats, we've been getting crushed. Bill Clinton crushed us for 8 years. Bush came in, he gave money to the churches. Obama came in, the only thing he did was DACA. That's for the immigrants. Then he was in there, he started feeling himself so much. Let me go over here and pick the basketball. What's that thing they call with the basketball, the Sweet 16? Right. He went over there to basketball because he wanna play. He was playing niggas in the black folks in the White House. Let's play some 3-on-3s. Obama, he got a jump shot. Negro, please. You got dudes. You playing dudes. You got inviting people to the White House. But guess what? We gotta fight poverty before we fight racism. How we gonna say what the police is doing to us when we can't eat? And I didn't see you make no special programs. I hear everybody always talking about, man, Obama's hands was tied. I'm talking to you, yeah, I'm talking to you. You know I'm talking to you. You vote me up and down talking about Obama couldn't do nothing, his hands was tied. Okay, well, how did Bush end up going to war in Iraq? Executive order, because he had to go through Congress, but he went around and did executive order. How did you think Obama did DACA? Executive order. Now, why he didn't do the crack law executive order? Why he didn't change the drug laws with executive? All we was waiting on, man, for this dude to turn all the non-violent life sentences to 30 years or 20 years. That's why you see Harry the other day go and campaign for Trump. Because, man, when you waiting on a prayer, man, you don't care who delivered the prayer. And a lot of us, I know Obama let out 1,800, but guess what? He left 25,000 of us in there to die because the 1,800, 1,300 was gonna get out anyway. I know some guys on his side because he let them out, 500 of them he did, but it was 5,500 lifers in there and he didn't let but 500 out. Then he tried to throw the ball to Hillary. Hillary's calling us predators. You think she gonna let out 5,000 lifers, non-violent lifers? No. She didn't even get elected. So Trump came in, and I wish that what's that guy name that married Trump's daughter? The young boy, he married Trump's daughter. I wish you would have did more, man. You knew that we was in there trying to get out of prison. Your daddy was in the feds, man. And you was talking good game, man. But the Democrats, man, you was in violation, man. You've been getting our votes for all of these years.
Is that him?
And you ain't even done anything.
Michael.
No, his name is okay. No, the other daughter. I mean the other one, Ivanka Trump's husband. How could you say? Okay, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. Do you know how many black men and women incarcerated in America? Yeah, Jared Kushner. Jared. You know that your dad, you went to trial every day, and you and your brother went to trial with your dad every day and see him getting found guilty, and you know how powerful the government was. But you didn't do anything. You was talking a good game, man. You was over there in China trying to get your wife all these things done, but you didn't really do nothing for us, man. You was talking all that stuff. I'm gonna go talk to Kim and all. You ain't do nothing. But let me get back to my main point is. How many black men and women is incarcerated in America? How many do you think that's incarcerated in the United States of America? I see that you, Tamala, you don't want to talk about this issue. I've been wanting to talk about this particular issue for years. Now I have the opportunity. Now, if anybody in the audience, anybody out there can tell me how many black men and women is incarcerated in the United States, fed and state. How many do you think? Okay, I'm gonna give you a number. If you have 2.3 million people incarcerated in America and 54% of black, so that means let's just say 2 million. You have 1 million is blacks. I ain't talking about nobody else. And the other million is all the races combined. So you mean to tell me that we doing all the crime? Or is this the justice system? Okay, let me run that by you again, because I don't think that you understand what I said. I said that you have 1 million. How many people do the Coliseum hold? The Coliseum hold 95,000 people. Let's say it hold 100,000. You have to fill the Coliseum up 10 times to show how many black men is in America, in prison in America. I ain't talking about on probation, on parole, and in county jails. I'm talking about that's incarcerated, been sentenced, that's in prison. 1 million of us bar ourselves. I sat in prison all these years and I was looking at the numbers. And then what's so crazy about it is the annual report comes out talking about how many people's in the feds, how many's in the state. Okay, now, this is all the prisons, federal prison systems I had. I don't know if the last time I had this, somebody stole it. I let my homie Bam from LA, I let him see it. Now, the reason why I'm telling you about how many people, how many black men is incarcerated by ourselves now, they make, let's say $100 a day off each inmate. That's $100 million a day on one race. Do you know that's bigger than Walmart? That's bigger than any Fortune 500 country in America just off of blacks. $100 million a day off of one race of people. Why y'all ain't saying nothing about that? Obama, you talking about black men? One thing about black men, we have a conscience. We don't forget, man. We didn't forget how you bopped around all them basketball players. All over there, the basketball players. See, let me tell you something about basketball players. Do you know basketball players is the most dumbest people I ever met? Maybe a few of y'all is. Hey, do you know how stupid the basketball players is? That's why y'all have a salary cap. Baseball don't got no salary cap. Do you know? I'm gonna step out and say, y'all. Charles Barkley even said that. Why would you say basketball players is stupid? Okay. Let's talk about the Olympics. I was reading about the brothers in New Mexico, Carlos and all them guys, and they was trying to do the Black Panther thing. Do you know when you go to the Olympics, that's why they make you sign an NDA to saying that you won't say nothing political. Do you know, what's the name of that, the USA team, what is the basketball USA?
USA.
All of you guys got medals, the Magic, all you black dudes. Do you know when you go overseas and represent the Olympics in America, for America, you saying that ain't nothing going on in America. You saying that you agree with everything that goes in America. That's why Carlos and them did what they kicked him out. I read the book, man. His wife committed suicide. They had the CIA following him around, doing all those things. You going over to another country saying that it's nothing wrong with America. Because if you would boycott the Olympics, if you would say, nah, man, I can't go over there because it's too much destruction of my people in America. See, and then y'all want to blame everybody else. Oh, man, you know, Magic got up there and he said this. Magic got an Olympic medal. All you Negroes that got Magic, Muhammad Ali threw his medal in the water because he knew when he came back that they treated him so bad because George Foreman, all them, they got Olympic medals. But when you go represent your country, that means you are fine with everything that goes on in your country. And it's too much poverty. It's too, when they had the thing over here recently, you had people laying all up and down the street of homeless and all of that, the Super Bowl. You got Dr. Dre and all them dudes, they had to drive past all of those homeless people and didn't stop. And they went to practice every day, routine and how they was gonna do the Super Bowl. Mary J. Blige, you didn't even stop and give one of those guys a cup of water. They didn't build these stadiums in the communities, but before you get to the community, before you get to the game, why you don't stop and get a homeless something? I hear a preacher the other day say, don't get a homeless, the poor nothing. Mr. Preacher, let me tell you something, man. You know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Shawnee's husband. I know you said, oh, you know, the poor will be with us all the time, you know. Yeah, that's true. But guess what? The meek should inherit the earth, bro. You talking about don't get a poor nothing? Is you lost your mind? That should have never came out your mouth. Don't get a poor nothing. We all poor. What are you talking about? When you are not making a certain amount, you living under the poverty line. So what is you talking about don't get a poor nothing? Because if everybody was rich in this country, wouldn't nobody work? So you got up there with your bachelor's degree, and you said, don't get a poor nothing. So what you want to give it to you? Yeah, I'm talking to you, Mr. Preacher. You mean to tell me you say don't give the poor nothing, huh? Okay. Let me tell you something. When Tom Bradley was the mayor in LA, His brother and them was homeless. That's how he lost the election. Somebody say, yeah, Tom Bradley, man, you got a big following in it. But your mama and them living down the street on the ground. That's how he lost. You saying don't get a poor anything? You think you rich? You ain't rich, you got peanuts. Martin Luther King said, injustice has a twin. But what is his twin? It's economical injustice. Why did Martin Luther King say that? See, let me explain something to you, man. In the 60s, we was boycotting buses and boycotting the bus system. Martin Luther King said, I wish I'd have did the bus boycott before I did civil rights, because the civil rights took years. The bus boycott only took 1 year. You know why? Because we was together. We didn't let no Negroes sneak through the back door and sell us out. That's always happened. Yeah, Martin Luther King, he's talking that nonviolent civil disobedience. But guess what? It had worked. It worked in another country. See, the only thing that got me mad is this. The wealth of the wicked is laid up for the righteous. Because when we boycotted those buses, we should have bought them. We shouldn't have boycotted them. We should have bought them, then we'd have our own buses. Chris Rock told me that. If we would have bought those buses, we would have had our own bus system. But we have to learn from those mistakes, because Martin Luther King was a young guy. He didn't really understand economics until it was too late. Now we got to take what our brothers earlier did and learn from it. Do you know where Uber came from? Lyft, Uber? Uber came out of the civil rights, the bus boycott, because we couldn't ride in them cabs, in the buses, and we had courtesy cabs. That's Uber and Lyft right now today. Billions of dollars. But you don't ever tell people in America, don't do nothing for the poor. Okay, why do you think the Catholic churches in every Latin poor country in America, in the world? Because they start off with the poor. Let's go to Mexico. The biggest organization over is the Catholic Church. Every poor third world country, Latin America, you have Catholics over there. And they got their own bank, the Vatican Bank. So you mean to tell me they got property in every state, in every country in the world, and even in the United States, every state, and you mean to tell me they don't give to the poor? Who is you, bro? You run around telling me don't do nothing for the poor? That's just in this country, man. It's people all over the world poor. But guess who's doing the work? Not no prosperity preacher up there faking. You got those priests running around with the water. Blessings, blessings, blessings. That's why the Pope is so famous. He come down every now and then, he put a little water on him. Give him something to eat. Even when you go to the missions, bro, before you hear the word, they give you the word first, then they feed you. I don't know what your program is. I don't know what you rich preachers give out to the poor, but every preacher in America that's a real preacher have some kind of system set up to give to the poor. And you gonna say don't give to the poor? One day, bro, when you won't be able to wipe your own butt and feed yourself, you gonna be poor. I ain't never seen no funeral with a U-Haul behind it. You ain't gonna be able to take none of that stuff with you, man. People got leprosy out here. In the old days, you had to yell it out. Leprosy and being poor is the same thing. I ain't never met no rich person with leprosy. Because the poor people gets it. And they used to have to yell it out because they didn't want the rich people, they wanted to be around. But right now, people are yelling out poverty. There's a bunch of words for poor people. But guess what? Just because the people poor don't mean that they want you to call them poor. You ain't got to call nobody poor. You know that they is, though. Like you said, they going to be with us all the time. You ain't got to let everybody know you feeding them. But guess what? Do the job. I can't wait till things turn around for the people that really need it. See, when you go to bed with food in the cabinets and you can go to any store you want to, Jesus even said it. Jesus said, birds have nests, foxes have holes, but the Son of Man have nowhere to live, to eat. What do you think that means? I was in prison for 30-some years. I used to see prison pigeons. When we on lockdown, you don't see them because they know ain't nobody gonna give them no bread. When we out going back and forth with y'all, people give them bread, and people used to say, man, don't be feeding them birds. And I used to always say, they ain't got no lockers of food, Jack. But God always makes a way for them to eat. See, if you really knew God, you always keep a little bread in your hand for the birds. Do you know we used to get written up for feeding the birds? Police see us way from, man, don't be feeding them birds. They be using the bathroom in my car. But as soon as God take that car, they don't mind some birds using the bathroom. At least they got a car where the birds can't use the bathroom. But when he take everything from you, then you'll realize, man, I should have been feeding. I should have been helping sick, down. You know that scripture. You know that verse that say you got to go to the prison. When the last time you been to the prison? When the last time you feed the sick, feed the poor? When the last time you did any of that, big man? Mr. Preacher? Just guess what? The wealth of the wicked is laid up for the righteous. But how do you righteous, the wicked got all the money, but how do the righteous get it? So you mean to tell me all that money Puffy had, all that money R. Kelly had, all that money these rich people got is really ours, but we got to know how to get it? Is it all right if I say that scripture again? The wealth of the wicked is laid up for the righteous. A wise man will leave his children inheritance. Is you ready for that? Okay. Since you talking all that big stuff, how many kids in your church have a trust fund? How many kids in your church have a retirement fund? How many kids in your church have a college fund? Every Kennedy in America born have a trust fund till they 21. You know how much money they have when they get 21? If you would stop taking all them tithes and teach your community how to budget, then you won't have to be worrying about tithes. Because budgeting is going to make sure you have tithe money. I heard that from a preacher, what's his name? Bad boy out of, used to be in Maryland, now he's in Atlanta. Brian. The Jew dude told Brian, hey man, stop having your church give tithes. Brian said, how am I going to do that? How am I going to pay for the church and stuff? He said, if you teach your community how to budget, you won't have to worry about that. If you teach them kids, you know what's so funny, right? while we on that subject, I see LeBron James have a school from up to the high school. LeBron, check this out, man. If you put money in their college fund when they start your school, retirement fund, college fund, and trust fund, they'll have money to go to college anyway. You can take that money and do something else to get you another school. You saying when they get to go to college, you do it before they go to college. Then you won't have to worry because there's a thing called compound interest. Einstein said the most amazing force in the universe is compound interest. Well, I thought water was the most amazing force of power, energy, power. No, it's compound interest. So if you start a retirement fund when you get 30, 18, you start working, that's already, you didn't get no compound interest. But if you would have started it when you was born, that's 18 years of compound interest. OJ got $25,000 a month for the rest of his life because he had a retirement fund. See, we can fix this generation, this problem in one generation. I remember Bow Wow Mama used to put his money in the trust fund, get her little 15%. Yeah, baby, I'm gonna give me some of them red bottoms and all that, but this is mine and this is yours. She was smart. She put his money in the trust fund so he wouldn't lose it. And tax people eat it up. Why we ain't talking about these these trust funds, these retirement funds? We always talking about, oh man, these kids are bad. Yeah, but I bet you $5 you got one of them purses. If you take that purse you got, sisters, let me tell you something. If you take that purse that you paid $1,500 for, and you take $500 and you put $500 in their trust fund, $500 in their retirement fund, and $500 in their college fund, and you ain't gotta do nothing else to it. But I bet you when they get ready to go to college, they're gonna have some money. Or when they get ready to retire, they're gonna have money because it already been accumulated. Let's talk about these guys with these lowriders. You run around here jumping up and down like a fool, bouncing on Crenshaw, buying all these Jordans. Oh, that's a $200 pair right there. $200 right there, boy. Why do you put that money in a trust fund for your kid when so he can go to college? College fund, retirement fund. Why don't you put some of that money into their college? Then you won't have to say, man, you know, I gotta get another job. You know, my son get ready to go to college. Your son already have a college thing already. If you put the money in the right places. But I seen you running around here going on these Dodger games, Laker games. That's why they build them stadiums in the hood, so you won't think about nothing but what's on the street. What about making your people financial secure? You can't tell me, man. I see y'all with them Jordans, man. These cost $70. These cost $100 and something. You see these right there? These front Air ones. If I take this money and I put the money that I use for this and put in a trust fund, a money market, or college fund, I don't need these shoes. Cause you see when they wrinkle right, y'all want to throw them away anyway. Why you won't throw some money away and put it in one of their accounts? See these shoes right here? Look at the bottom of them. You're gonna get the same miles on them because before they started making these shoes, all of the shoes was Converse. I used to go down to the surplus on Exposition and get a pair of these for $14. These was the Dr. J's. When you look at Dr. J's back in the day, they had these bottoms.
Right.
Because Converse made the Dr. J's. Mm-hmm. And you be oh man, I got the pair of them Dr. Then they come out with the white bottom. But before you look at a pair of Dr. J's, they had these same bottoms. So how did Wilt Chamberlains and all them people play pro basketball, college, elementary school in these bottoms? Now you want to run around with these air bottoms. Man, ain't nobody got time to be looking at your shoes and looking at how much your clothes look. Ain't nobody paying attention to you. I was in the halfway house, right? And I see these dudes get up in the morning, they got matching socks, matching drawers, matching pants, matching shirt, matching hats. Where you going, Negro? Oh man, I'm finna go down there to Salvation Army. I was like, what? Oh, I'm finna go down here to Burger King. I'll be like, well, I'm finna go, Hollywood. Man, you got on $900 worth of stuff, bro. Where you going? Oh, I'm finna go over and see your homies, Go over here, finna go over here. Negro, you ain't going no. I see you nigga got every pair of Jordans. I sit there halfway out 8 months laughing. Everybody used to think I was crazy, but I'm laughing like a big dog, boy. Everybody congratulating each other on how they look. The women went upstairs though, you know what I'm saying? And the brothers be, boy, you so matching, boy, you so tight real, man. You got that thing. I used to be in there laughing like a big dog. I got some jeans and a t-shirt. It's some Chuck Taylors, right? Do you know what's so crazy, right? The biggest drug dealer I ever met when I first came to Fort Worth, let me give y'all a little game about Fort Worth. It was a guy named Little Donnie out of Como. This dude, everybody loved Donnie. I mean, I didn't even know, I had heard about Donnie. This dude had Ferraris and everything. Don't nobody talk about Donnie. That's who I wanted to be like when I first came to Fort Worth. I used to hear people talk about Donnie. You know what Donnie used to wear? Donnie used to wear Wrangler jeans, tennis shoes, and white t-shirts. He was the smartest, the biggest. He was bigger than Billy Ray. But I don't want to say that because them Fort Worth, oh man, he wasn't bigger than Billy Ray. And little Donnie was the man. I used to hear my father-in-law talk about it. And all the women used to talk about it. Oh, little Donnie ride motorcycle backwards. Little Donnie wore nothing but t-shirts, Wrangler jeans, and tennis shoes. And he was the richest dude in Fort Worth, Texas. Sometimes, dudes be telling me, man, don't be saying all that stuff about Como. I look at it, man. I gotta call a ball, strike, dog. That dude, Donnie, man, I know his mother proud of him. I know all of these people in Fort Worth should really ask their mothers about a guy named Donnie. I don't remember his last name. I think his last name was Morris, Donnie Morris. This was the smartest, richest. He had Ferraris when I first got here. All the white folks in downtown loved him. And I ain't never ever seen a guy wear t-shirts and jeans and tennis shoes, starched jeans every day. And he had all that other stuff, but you never seen him in that stuff. And that's what I always, when I came to Texas, that's how I always wanted to be like Donnie, man. I'm tell the truth, man. I know the Freeway Ricks. I know the Melvin Bullers. I know the Felix Mitchells. I know the Beasleys. The Beasley out of the Bay Area. I seen him the other day. How you doing, bro? But the guy that I really was trying to be like was a guy at Como named Donnie. They call him Little Donnie. Respect. I didn't even know that I was gonna be able to talk about guys that I really liked. Under the radars. But guess what happened to Donnie? You know what happened to Donnie, right? He didn't go to prison. Donnie was a guy, man. I mean, when I got here and they was talking about guys, I never really gravitated to the flashy guys. I never really gravitated to guys that I knew was gonna bust that penitentiary wide open. They locked up every hustler in Fort Worth that I knew that was flashy. They got me, true enough, but guess what? They couldn't really take nothing from me. They wanted all my businesses. But Donnie was the man in Fort Worth, man, believe that. I don't never separate Fort Worth from Dallas, and Fort Worth from Coleman, and all that. Fort Worth. He was the guy. All you gotta do is Google it, and I bet you $5 you will say, okay, OG was right. I done seen them all. Abby, Billy Ray, Weasel, all of them. But the guy and there was another guy named Lil Dave, but he was around where we was, coming up. But Donnie was the guy, and I haven't seen nobody really do nothing on Donnie. But one day I might be able to do a piece on him. I know all of them, Bobby, all of them. But if you look back the history of Fort Worth, you'll see who the guy was. But man, let's talk about something else.
Check the comments. You done.
What? Now you see this paper right here? This is from A to Z of the penitentiaries they have in the United States. And if you keep doing what you're doing, you're gonna hit one of them. This is 3 pages of prisons. Allenwood, Beaumont, I mean, everyone. You think they got, what's so funny, right? I see a lot of people was cheering for us to go to prison in the 80s, right? In the 90s, the 2000s. Let me tell you something. These prisons ain't going nowhere. They open them up, locking up crack dealers. You think they gonna stop locking people up? They gonna build more prisons. Look how they building these highways. They building these highways at night. They building these prisons at night. But guess what? Guess who they gonna put in them next? All you gotta do is pay attention to history. We ain't the only people that got been locked up in multiple numbers. But they already setting the format for you. But you wanna get us locked up. You wanna say, he said something about my peoples, and he need to lose his money. But guess what? You the one on everything. You own the media, you own TV, you own all the sports, you own everything. And they coming after you next. They already went after the Muslims, the Iraqs and the Kuwaits and all that. You're next, and you know who I'm talking about. I ain't gotta say no names. It's in the Bible. You the one got all the money. Pressed down, shaking together, running over. You got so much money, it's pressed down, you shake it together, and it's running over. I bet you $5. The average person out there don't know what $1 billion is. How many dollars is $1 billion? What makes $1 billion?
Promissory note.
No. We ain't gonna get into that old third eye and all that. What's $1 billion? You telling me you want to be a billionaire? What's $1 million?
Here goes some of your comments.
What do you think? I'm just here talking, man. I don't get high or nothing like that, because you can't say I'm tripping.
You just start to.
I can't see. What is that?
One say you ever come down to Dago.
Oh, well, Dago, San Diego. Okay.
Saving up
Ocean
buying a
View
house.
Coffee Shop. What's that name?
I'm gonna come down to Dago, man, because I got some partners down there from 40s, 30s, Lincoln Park, what's the other one? Lincoln Park, Bubba, what Bubba from? Bubba is from the other one, Lincoln Park, and my boy G Wayne from out there. I can't remember. I remember in a minute. Skyline. Yeah, I ran into a bunch of them guys, man. You know, but I like Lil Hog and Big Hog out the Lincoln Park, man. Them some guys I did some time with. I'm gonna do a story on Lil Hog and Big Hog. Them some real good guys. I know they got indicted for some stuff that was in the newspaper and stuff like that. But yeah, I know I haven't been to Dago. But I know a lot of people that's from Dago, because I did time with Big Mike Lowe, Lil Mike Lowe, and then one dude always talking about he can play baseball real good. He was alright, but he couldn't beat Big Fish though. Man, I can't remember his name. I can't remember his name, but he was tight, man. I think he was from 40s though. But I would love to come to Dago, man. I never. Oh, that's the emergency thing. I ran into a lot of, man, what's that boy name, man? I want to shout out to him. Duke, my boy Duke. What's up, Duke? Yeah, Dago, man. I like Dago, man. Dago always been cool, man. And one day I'll be able to come down. I'm going to come down there to that Wild 'N Out burgers. What is that, Wild 'N Out? That's what the boy got that Wild 'N Out hamburgers. I mean, that restaurant down there. I'm coming through there, man. I'll come down there and see them boys out of Lincoln Park, man. I had some homies that used to live out there, you know what I'm saying? We dropped some babies off down there. They probably growed up now, some anchor babies, man. What they call them anchor babies when you go there. Yeah, but I'm gonna come down there, man, and hang out, man. But I'm just glad I got God bless me, man, with a little bit of wisdom and a little bit. Well, I got another Christian brother down there named Big E, my boy, man. One of my preaching brother, boy. That boy can sing right there, man. I ain't never really, he need to be in the choir or something. I think he preaching out there, Big E, man. What's up, Big E? I'm out of jail, man. We was in Victorville together, man. I call your number and everything, man, but it's not working. I got the pictures and everything. I think I want to show a picture so somebody can find you and let them know that I'm looking for you, man. And this is our movie right here. Just went off the drought. We're gonna be doing casting for the drought. I'm gonna start picking some people to play a few of the characters in the movie. I got PG Rico out of LA. He gonna play LA Ron, and I got some more guys. some more people that's gonna play some parts. But I want to try to keep a little bit of the money right here in Fort Worth, because I'm hope I can get a budget. I'm pitching the movie right now around, and I got to get me some songs, and I'm gonna put some songs, and I'm gonna do some new songs, and I'm gonna do some old songs, cause I like them whispers, man. Who all like the whispers out there, man? I come up in I was born in the '60s, and I like those whispers, and after 7, yeah. This is what I do. I ain't gonna be trying to sing it, but the whispers. Y'all know the whispers, right? Scotty and them brothers and everything, and yeah, man. Spinning C will be doing some things real soon. I know a couple guys have already asked for Spinning C to appear in their videos. I'm just kind of glad that Spinning C is almost at 100,000 viewers. I know he up about 70 or 80, but Spinning C, man, I'm gonna be able to let y'all meet him and take some pictures with him and things like that. Hey, Spinning C, let me holler at you, man. He back there doing something, man. I think he getting ready for that Crip walking contest. It's supposed to be having some guys, that's want to go against him and things like that. I hope they put some money up, man, because I don't think nobody can beat Spinning C. Spinning C done won a bunch of contests. He's certified. He got his feet registered, and you gotta have your feet registered to be in the Crip walking contest. I see dudes, man. They feet not registered, man. They doing ballet, man. I ain't saying nothing, but at the end of the day, man, you can't be doing ballet. This is not ballet, man. This is C walking, cause Spinning C is gonna be doing, his own little thing. I think he's gonna have like an hour-long Spinning C contest. And if you wanna participate in it, you know what I'm saying, you gotta call out Spinning C, man. He just don't, just do nothing on just be doing it. He gotta have some kind of competition, so I see a lot of guys on there doing the ballet. I see them, their feet ain't right. I think ballet. I think Spinning C used to take up tap dancing. That's probably why he's so smooth. But back in the days, a lot of boxers like Sugar Ray Robertson and those guys, those was the best tap dancers. And Spinning C, he done been to the school, tap dancing, and he have a hand speed, and I think that he ready to really go against some guys. And I really don't like to downplay a lot of the sea walkers out there, but I see you only have maybe one or two moves. Dub C got maybe two moves. Connect gang. But Spinning C, man, he got a plethora of moves. So when you step up, man, I hope you be able to be ready, because we're gonna have something like the Gong Show. And if you come up there and you only got 3 moves and you keep doing the same moves over and over, we're going to get you up out of there. We're going to have that thing go bong. Now, I done seen a lot of guys on the internet, women guys, Patti LaBelle, I done seen Serena Williams, I done seen Ray Jackson, I done seen a lot of guys. I seen a lot of Asians, I done seen some Latinos, I done seen a lot of people, but I haven't seen nothing but one or two moves. One or two moves. When the Crip walking was one of the guys that really promoted and pushed Crip walking in LA is I done seen Crazy Pope, I done seen Bean, I done seen Bubbles out of the kitchen. I done seen one of the guys that I always used to watch, the guy that X-Ray from 7'6". He's one of the guys I didn't seen him show a bunch of people to see walk the right way, and I don't know why people be so stiff. This is not the robot, bro. You can't be roboting Crip walking. Crip walking. I see the dudes on the NWA that NWA they was doing it. They was doing pretty cool, right? But I see a lot of guys in that's doing the Crip walk. They make a big mistake. You gotta be loose when you all tight and you doing all this. I can't put a title on that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to say that I'm a Crip walker almanac, but at the end of the day, I see you trying something, but you get tired. I don't ever see y'all working out, running, getting your cardio up. Because sea walking is supposed to be an exercise, And some dudes might have to start an exercise class, a class. But I see a lot of guys, they be too stiff. Your upper body, you too stiff. If your upper body, if your hips don't move, you can't really do your thing. You be all tight like you at a party or something. You know what I'm saying? That's why when I was growing up, we used to take 2 pair of shoes. We used to wear a pair of shoes and we take our Stacey Adams to the party. Cause we gonna Crip walk, but we gonna take a pair of shoes. So if you step on them, you ain't gonna ruin our biscuits. And a lot of people didn't even know why you say, hey man, why you got your tennis shoes with you? And you got your Stacey Adams on that shine. You got your hookup on, but you got the tennis shoes with you. So when you get in the party and you get to sea walking, people gonna step on your feet, or you gonna step on the feet, so you wouldn't dent your Stacey Adams up. But I didn't want to say nothing about that because I don't want to. Oh man, he's trying to, he's trying to say something that ain't relevant. Nah, man, we used to take 2 pair of shoes to the parties, and cause we know at the end of the party, homie, we gonna walk. We gonna walk for least. We gonna compete, just like we used to pop lock back in the days. It was like that, but we was sea walking. Dude be like, man, you hold my shoes for me, dog. Then you can hold a dude's shoe. You be like, yeah, man, this sea walking K shoes. Damn, man, you know how you hold a nigga coat when he get ready to fight. Hold a nigga hat. Hold this one, my nigga. Hold on, And sea walking, man, it's. I think it needs to be the Olympics. I see them Asians over there doing it. I see them doing everything we do and getting paid for. I remember back in the days, man, my boys can pop lock for real. Ain't got a dime. They walking downtown right now broke. But them Asians and the other one on TV, they do 3 moves and they pop off. That dude, oh, he's tight. Come on, man. What, you gonna get the brothers no credit, man? I see the Latinos tearing it up. They boom, 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 boom. I got a boy named Lamont Boogaloo Hook, man. Boogaloo Hook was the baddest Negro on South Central. T-Tiger, Boogaloo Hook, Scrappy, Cobra, all of these guys, man. I ain't seen neither one of them with a Benz. They ain't got that Snoop Dogg, man. Lord have mercy, Lord. I'm gonna pray for his feet. Cause that boy, man, he need to learn how to work them feet, man. But it's all good though, Snoop. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna, you know, it's all good, bro. But the thing is, man, we need to get that seat walking in the Olympics, man. You know what I'm saying? Cause y'all got curly in there. What's that called, curling? Where you push the little iron, and that's in the Olympics. Yeah. So you mean to tell me we can't get in the Olympics with the sea walker? You got all these other new events getting up in there. You got all kind of stuff getting up in the Olympics, man. But y'all don't want to get I know what it is. Y'all don't want the brother to make no money, man. Because, you know, if a brother get the sea walking, man, he going to get a bank next. See, that's one thing about the seas. That's one thing about the black man. Boy, he get a job. If he get the dancing competition, he win, he going to put the money in the bank. I know he is because I know all these guys that used to rap. They ain't got no more money. I remember the guys that won the lotteries back in the day. You remember dudes winning $1 million and 500,000 and other money? Mm. They all broke. Right. But if you let the homies get a little of that money from that sea walking competition, and I see dudes right now pop locking that's 70 years old. I mean, some brothers I went to school with. I see the dude Dre on a pop locking contest. Man, Dre, he couldn't even get down like he used to. Man, that used to be the baddest dude in Los Angeles. Dre, they call him OG Dre. And John Boy used to be the baddest robot. If you let these dudes, we need to start a retirement fund for the sea walkers, man. You know what I'm saying? A retirement, just like in sports. When these dudes in sea walk so long they can't walk no more, they get a pension. Because I know if you let these brothers get a pension, man, they gonna really get into the sport, get into the thing. But y'all, I don't know why y'all don't want no brother to get no money, man. That's crazy. Everybody can do our stuff and get money. If I would be mad at them sisters out there doing all them cornrows and all that, and it can't even retire. And then bought up all them goonie bags. I remember they used to have them goonie bag, whatever they call them. They didn't spend all their money up on looking good. They ain't got no money put up for nothing else. But if you got a braid and incorporate it, you braid so many years, and then you get into the union. You know, we have some money left. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, we should have bought them buses. You know, we should have bought them beauty shops. I remember Fort Worth had about the Big Punch on them. They had about 5 or 6 beauty shops right here in Fort Worth. What? Man, let me tell you something, man. I went down on Miller or Mitchell the other day. I ain't lying, man. I seen 3 big beauty shops. No, beauty supplies. They had one right here, directly across the street in the other park, and they had another one, and they had another one right next to it. Mm-hmm. You know, I went in there. You know, a young lady say, I was looking for some house shoes, you know. Me and Spinny C was together. And I went into one of the beauty supplies. I thought I was in hair Mecca. I ain't lying. They had every color, every shape. It looked like a jungle of hair up in there, man. They had alphabetical order, man. Just like this prison system right here, these prisons, it was done the same way. I mean, I ain't never been in no place that was that well organized. Mm-hmm. Had from here to there to here. They even had some scaps up and they had with scaps already on them. I ain't lying. They got 3, I guess they got to make sure that if one beauty shop run out of something, just go across the street. We don't want to miss no customers. Or that one, all right, go over to the next one. All right, watch, I'm going to do a video on it, watch. All right, I'm going to show you the 3 hair places that's not even in a 10 and even in a walking distance from each other. They right next to each other. I mean, and I used to wonder sometime, why is Jack in the Box and McDonald's on the same street? And Burger King and all them. They selling the same thing. But I used to wonder, how could all of them make money? And I seen yesterday, these beauty supply houses, warehouses. The last time I seen that type of organization, that type of organized stuff was in the federal prison system. That's how those cells is. And people is in the cells like that. That's how organized this beauty place, beauty supply was. And everything was low like this. I mean, it wasn't no high where you can't see. I mean, you can see from, I can yell at you from right here and you can way over there, I can yell at you, hey Deborah, give me that 245 here. And I'm looking, I'm like, it smell good in there. Hey Caleb. Caleb. Hello? Yeah, man. Where's my phone? Yeah, buddy. Yeah, man. I really feel sorry. I don't feel sorry. I really want to talk about this indictment and how Lil Durk got indicted. I really wanted to really talk about these prisons because they oh, they got my phone right here. Sneak real go, man. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna take a break. Gonna do a commercial for Best Buy or one of the advertisers that we advertise for these, for CapCut, Best Buy. I really want to get into our first movie. And we want to talk about my boy Flav Robertson book. He's a good artist. This is one of his first books. I know we have a lot of things coming out right after that, but we want to get this book out. Baton Rouge G. This is LA Ron right here. This is the movie in the Call of the Drought. It's about the Fort Worth story. Got plenty more stories about Fort Worth. We got one called, we got a vampire movie coming out on Fort Worth. And we got a vampire in Fort Worth. But we're going to have that going on. And we got a couple guys that got these books that they really wanted me to talk about. This is the podcast, right? The original. That's the name of the new podcast that OG LA Ron got. We're gonna make sure that we be here doing our. This thing popped up. What is this? Low batteries and all.
Oh, no better.
What is this?
Oh, that's not.
Oh, okay. It's still playing?
Stop recording.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Stop streaming.